Hello there, Taylor with the Armageddon Report. This is cyclone.com, and Typhoon Vicente is now in the house. So they bring you up to speed. This is inaccurate. When you click on this, it's going to say it's a Category 1 hurricane that's currently hard-coded to the NHC scale. So right now it's the equivalent of a Category 1 hurricane, but what it actually is a typhoon. And to bring even further disagreement, this is based on the JTWC data, and you can see a map down there, where they've got it at a max predicted speed of 81 miles per hour. I forget how much that is in knots. However, Kong Observatory calling it a severe typhoon Vicente and has it at 155 kilometers an hour, which roughly, I believe, is 96 miles an hour. So depending on where you get your data, Vicente is more intense per Hong Kong versus what JTWC is at least currently saying. So, currently impacting Hong Kong and other areas, as you know, typhoon making landfall, dropping rain, bringing winds, stuff such as that. And then back here, we've got a low chance out near Papua New Guinea, places such as that. And if you scroll this way far enough, then you'll see the Eastern Pacific. Let's zoom out a little bit, where we're up to a 90% chance of tropical storm formation. So I won't be surprised if we see, well, Tropical Storm Gilman, potentially, although it'll just be a tropical depression. I have not looked at the intensity models for that. However, probably going to run into a lot of warm water if it stays south. I don't know. So probably going to see Tropical Storm Gilman soon. However, over here, 0% chance, of given how close it is to land, you know. Yeah, probably not going to see anything there. And I think the reason why they bring up the 0% is that there's something noteworthy to talk about, but it's a 0% chance that it's going to turn into anything in the next 48 hours. So I think maybe one of the reasons they put that out is maybe, you know, not in this case, but if it was something way out here with the 0%, it may not turn into a tropical cyclone in the next 48 hours, but if we keep an eye on it, it might turn into one in the future. So I think that is why the National Hurricane Center puts 0% stuff on the map. Right. So it's still hot, and it's also severe thundering now up in New York, Pennsylvania, places like that. That's what the colors are there. There's red flag warnings there, red flag warnings. That would be conditions where it's favorable for fires to catch and, well, maybe not catch, but to spread quite quickly. I cannot talk today. Anyway. Excessive heat advisory over here, excessive heat warning. Heat advisory is the peach. See, I really can't talk today, and it looks like we've got heat advisory up there as well. So it's hot on the coast, it's thundering, it's on fire. Right. So here's actually the slight risk map today, and of course, this again, I'll bring up that the outlook will be coming out in the next 30 minutes to an hour, so probably by the time you're watching this, there'll be a new outlook. But as of now, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota is slight risk, and just a tiny bit where it's not connected, and then a huge amount of states affected, and we've got as high as a 30% at least at the moment. Here is the watch that's currently in effect. So we've got New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Vermont, all in the severe thunderstorm watch today, or at the moment, I should say. Expires at 11 p.m. EDT tonight. So here is where you've got the 30% chance of wind. So that means that if you picked a random point in New York in this red area, there's nearly a 1 in 3 chance that that point or someone within a 25-mile radius of them will see a severe wind event, which would be 58 miles per hour greater. So very high chance of severe wind. It goes up as high as 60, so it could be higher, just to give you some perspective. But then we've got the huge amount of states affected by that. And then just for some reason, South Dakota has a little bit of it disconnects between the two slight risk areas. Hail, not as huge of a threat, but pretty much the same areas affected, a little bit more north and a little bit farther back west, and then no 30% area. And then we have a 5% tornado chance today. Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, New York. So that would mean, like, for instance, if you pick this point in Pennsylvania, there's a 5% chance that point or someone within a 25-mile radius of them will see a tornado today. Tomorrow, slight risk again, and also as high as 30%, and again with this huge amount of states affected. So here's where the highest chance, at least as of now, is, and then the 15%. So a whole lot of the areas affected today, except for like New York, Pennsylvania. It moves southward over here, but back here, it's a lot of the same areas are affected. Day after tomorrow, slight risk again. We might be pulling up on what was originally the day 7 and 8 stuff, where it was originally in these areas in the medium range. Long range is probably like 2 weeks out. I don't know what the official definition is. Anyway, I believe this was in the medium range forecast. So this is day after tomorrow, where they've got something on the map. So there's a slight risk area, and not a huge amount of 5%, but a decent amount of states affected by the 5%. And of course, that could go up by the time that day 3 becomes today. And what is that, Wednesday? Can't do math. Anyway, days 4 through 8, the medium range predictability too low. I really can't talk today. Which means there is some sort of severe thunderstorms expected. Right, no words today. Yes, there is some sort of severe thunderstorm weather expected, I must say it again, in days 4 through 8, but the timing and the location is not yet certain enough. If you like to hear babbling and me just spitting up a whole bunch of words without being able to form a coherent sentence, then you go to severeweathertv.com, which is the official page of this screencast, where you can watch the old ones if you click on that, or click on different weather links that are possibly of interest, I don't know. And then WikiWix, you can get the latest, the latest severe weather outlook, whatever it comes out. WICKEDWX.com, and then Storm Prediction Center is also a good resource. Cyclone.com, CYCLOCANE.com, or the National Hurricane Center, or the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, or whoever's local to you. If you're, for instance, in Hong Kong, you should be paying attention to Hong Kong news because they're, directly covering your area, obviously. Anyway, so that is it for today. Hope you all stay safe out there.